we've talked about this before a little bit about how um, there is no timeline to learning data science. It's a profession that you dedicate yourself to, right? Just like a doctor doesn't really have a finish line for when they stop learning, they just always keep going, right? So I think you've mentioned a lot of really good tools, but you need to know how to use them, right? You'd want to talk about the methodology and your approach and your, for the lack of a better word, philosophy about data science and the process that you're going to follow so that you can demonstrate business impact to somebody like Kyle, right? So that's what I would encourage you to think about. Do you feel strong enough about the methodology and the approach of data science? Because everything else you mentioned are just tools, but they're not helpful if you don't know how to put them all together and at what point and how to test and ultimately how to talk and how to present your results to someone like Kyle and his team. So I'd like you to kind of think about that in terms of um, putting all that together for a profession, not just a job, not just a finish line of, well, I'm done studying data science. Now I'm ready for a big job, right? So I hope that helps, Mandar. If not, feel free to, go ahead and put a follow up in the chat. Um, okay, so here's another one, Kyle. I think either you or I could take this one. But hey, Dennis, I have a question. How much data engineering or a data engineer is needed on the topic of banks? Would you like that one, Kyle?
Um, well, I would definitely say you need, data engineers quite heavily. As I mentioned, 20, 30 years ago, banking was old school, pieces of paper flying around, and now, that data flies around rapidly around a bank in large volumes, and as we start to see the use of various different software tools, etc., that can manipulate data and use it. Data is key, and the quality of that data is paramount in organizations like banks. If you think about, the importance of banks and the role that they play in, the global economy, if that data fails at any point in time, then we have a significant shock to the financial services sector and to the world. So again, if you go onto LinkedIn, Google, look up roles, etc., you will find these roles aplenty because they're in such high demand.